welcome back to another lesson. Again, my name is Kayi Harrison, and please, at the end of this video, make sure you like, you share it with someone, leave me a comment, and if you have not done so yet, subscribe to this channel. You don't want to miss any lessons, so make sure that notification bell is set to all so you will not miss one single notification. All right, we are done with multiplication, and as I promised, when we meet again, we will be looking at division. So today we are dividing whole numbers. And just like multiplication, there are different strategies that we can use when we divide. So I'm starting with the basic one, and then I'm going to move on. But there are some words we need to think about, or we need to know when we're dividing. So if there's a word problem, it might ask you to share some items, or it might say share equally, or it might say what is the quotient of. So once it's telling you to share equally, or to share some items, or to find the quotient, then they're asking you to divide. You might also see the words divisor and dividend, and you might be asking yourself, what are those? So here I give you a lineup. The dividend is the number that you're going to divide. So the number you're asked to divide is the dividend. The number you're dividing by is the divisor, and the answer you get when you divide is the quotient. So dividend divided by divisor equals quotient. All right. Now I'm starting with two very easy ones. So the first one is 48 divided by 2. So inside you have the dividend, outside you have the divisor. So we have 48 and we're going to divide it by 2. We divide each digit on the inside by this one digit on the outside. Now all I do is ask myself, how many sets of 2 can I get from 4? And you do it step by step. Now, if you don't know how many sets of 2 you can get from 4, you can use the strategy we use when we multiply. You can skip count. So because you're dividing by 2, you're going to skip count by 2 until you get to 4, or until you get to a number close to 4. So let's go. 2 plus 2 would be 4. So here we have 4. We don't need to go any further. Now we need to count how many times we skip count until we got to 4. So 1, 2. We skip counted 2 times. So how many sets of 2 can you get from 4? It is 2. Some people also like to do this. 3, 4. So you're saying, how many sets of 2 can I get from 4? You draw 4 strokes, and then you take out sets of 2. So that's one set of 2, and that's another set of 2. So you got 1, 2 sets of 2 out of 4. That's your answer up there. Then you ask yourself, how many sets of 2 can I get from 8? Now you started skip counting. Now you need to continue until you get to 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Then you count to see how many times you skip counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can get 4 sets of 2 out of 8. Or you could draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strokes. Take out sets of 2. One set of 2, another set of 2, another set of 2, and another set of 2. Now you count how many sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can get 4 sets of 2 out of 8. So when you divide 48 by 2, your answer is 24. So you can draw your strokes, or you can skip count. But what if you get a way bigger number than 8? Are you going to draw that amount of strokes? No. So it's best if you skip count. All right, another easy one over here. 164 divided by 2. Remember, this is your dividend and this is your divisor. Now, how many sets of 2 can you get from 1? If I have 1, can I get a set of 2? No. You can choose to write your 0 as a placeholder. You can do without writing the 0. If you want to write it, that's fine. Now, what you have to do, so you say, how many sets of 2 can I get from 1? It's 0, but you still have this 1. You can cross this out so you're not confused. So how many sets of 2 can you get from 16? You can skip count by 2 until you get to 16. So let's do that over here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Now count how many times you skip counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. So we can get 8 sets of 2 out of 16. We're done with 16. So now we go to 4. How many sets of 2 can you get from 4? Here we had 4. So we simply count 1, 2. So we get 2 sets of 2 out of 4. So you wouldn't need this in your answer. It's just a placeholder. Your answer would be 82. So 164 divided by 2 is 82. And you can multiply your quotient by your divisor. And if you get your dividend, then you know your answer is correct. So let's test that quickly. 2 times 2, that's 4. And 2 times 8, that's 16. So 164. You know your answer is correct. However, it's not always this easy. So let us look at another one that can be a little more tricky. So 348, and we're dividing by 6. Now, how many sets of 6 can you get from 3? We cannot. If I have 3, I cannot take out sets of 6. And if you're not sure, draw your 3 strokes. Can you take out a set of 6? No, you can't. It simply means you're going to put 0 to hold the place, and then you still have that 3 left. So you put it beside the 4. Now, how many sets of 6 can you get from 34? Now you have to skip count again. So we're skip counting by the divisor, which is 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Guys, make sure you're counting on your fingers so you're not making any mistakes. I notice I'm looking for 34, but I got to 36. The fact that I got to 36, it means that I am gone too far. So I have to come back up to 30. But 30 is not 34, but it means that the closest number to 34 when I'm counting by 6 is 30. So what am I going to do? I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means that I got 5 sets of 6. However, I have some left over because it's 34 that I'm looking for. So now I need to ask myself, 30 plus what number will give me 34? You can count on your fingers. So 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So it's 4 more. It simply means your remainder is 4. I'm going to take out this 34. I'm done with it. But this 4, I need to put it beside that 8. So it's now 48. So now, how many sets of 6 can I get from 48? Now this was 36. You can remove this 4 once you're done with it so as not to confuse you. And now you need to continue skip counting until you get to 48. So 36 plus 6 more, that's 42. And 42 plus 6 more, that's 48. So we got to 48 this time. So now we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can get 8 sets of 6 out of 48. So when I divide 348 by 6, my answer is 58. All right. Let's see if we can find a trickier one. So this time I have 721, and I'm dividing by 5. Now, how many sets of 5 can I get from 7? Again, you can draw 7 sets, or you can skip count by 5. I prefer to skip count. If you prefer to draw, it's fine. So how many sets of 5 can I get from 7? I'm going to skip count by 5. But now I realize I got to 10. I'm gone too far. So it means that I get 1 set of 5, but this is not 5. So I need to find out 5 plus what will give me 7. So 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. It means that I have 2 remainders. I'm done with that 7. Now I have 22 there. So how many sets of 5 can I get from 22? I'm going to continue adding on 5 until I get to 22 or close to 22. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What do you realize? I passed 20 and gone to 25. I'm gone too far. But I did not see 22. It means that 20 is the closest number to 25 that I will get when I'm skip counting by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 sets of 5. And now I need to figure out 20 plus what will give me 22. Yes, it's 2. So now I have 2 remainders here. So I'm taking out that 22. I'm done with it. Now I'm going to 21. Let me clear these so we're not confused. This was 25. So now, how many sets of 5 can I get from 21? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. This brought us to 25 again. That's gone too far. So we have to work with 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's not 20, that's 21. So 20 plus what will give us 21? That is 1. 1 is our remainder. So it is 144 with a remainder of 1. And later on, you might learn to write it as 144. Your remainder is 1, and you put it over your divisor, which is 5. I'm going to do one more with a bigger number, just so you see that it's the same procedure over and over again. 3062 divided by 8. Same step. How many sets of 8 can I get from 3? If I have 3, I cannot get 8. So it means that I cannot get any set of 8 from 3. So I put a 0 there. I take out that 3, but I still have it, so I put it with the 0 now. How many sets of 8 can I get from 30? I'm going to skip count by 8 until I get to 30, or if I pass 30, then I know I need to stop. So 8, 16, 24, 32. Now when I get to 32, I realize I'm gone too far because I am looking for 30. So I have to use 24. 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 sets of 8 out of 30. But I did not skip count to 30. So now I need to figure out 24 plus what number will give me 30. Remember, skip count. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 24 plus 6 gives me 30. It means that 6 is my remainder. I put it there. I'm done with that, so I crossed it out. Now, how many sets of 8 can I get from 66? So I have to keep counting until I get to 66 or to a number close to 66. That's 32. So 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. So we got to 72, which means we're gone too far. We don't need 72, we need 66. So we have to come back and use 64. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can get 8 sets of 8 out of 66. But because we did not get to 66, we have to figure out 64 plus what will give us 66. That is 2. So now we have 2 remainders over there. Now, how many sets of 8 can we get from 22? We have 24, which is too far, so we have to use 16. So we get 2 sets of 8 out of 22. But now we need to know 16 plus what will give us 22. It is 6. So your remainder, because nothing else is there to be divided, is 6. So it's 382 with a remainder of 6, or you can say 382 and 6/8. So you put the remainder 6 over your divisor. 382 and 6/8. Easy, guys. Just take it step by step and you'll get there. That's all for today. When we meet again for math, it's still going to be division, but this time it's going to be a long division. So see you in our next lesson. Bye.